Welcome back to ajspelling.com. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to multiply mixed numbers. I'm going to start off with an example where we have 2 and 2/3, and we're going to be multiplying that times 5 and 3/4. Alright, first thing we need to do is we need to convert each one of these mixed numbers into improper fractions, and the way we do that is by multiplying the denominator times the whole number, and whatever that product is, we end up adding that to our numerator. So in this example here, we're going to have 3 times 2, and then we're going to add 2 to that. So 3 times 2 to give us 6, plus that 2 gives us 8, where this 8 becomes our numerator, and we keep the denominator of 3. So 8/3 is the same thing as 2 and 3/4. We're going to follow the same process for the 5 and 3/4. Going to multiply this denominator 4 times the whole number 5, and then add that product to the numerator 3. So if we write that out, we have 4 times 5, and then we end up adding 3. Well, 4 times 5 is 20, and we add on the 3, we end up with 23, and then we keep the denominator, so this turns into 23/4. Matter of fact, let me go up here to the top, and that's what I'm going to multiply it out. So we have 8/3 times 23/4. Alright, what I notice here is that I can do some canceling. I can cross cancel. I have a common factor of 4 when I compare the cross pair of the 8 and the 4. Well, 4 divided by 4 leaves me with 1, and 8 divided by 4 leaves me with 2. And then, like always, I multiply across my numerators and then my denominators. Well, I have 2 times 23. Well, that's going to turn into 46. And then I have 3 times 1 to give me 3. Now I have this improper fraction, and I want to convert this improper fraction back into a mixed number. Remember that this denominator is our divisor, and the 46, our numerator, becomes our dividend. And then we begin the division process. Remember from a previous video, we said, does McDonald's sell burgers? For divide, multiply, subtract, and then bring down. Well, we're going to do, I'm going to know how many times does 3 go into 4. It goes into it 1 time. Then we multiply 1 times 3 to get 3. Then we subtract 4 minus 3 to get 1. And then we bring down the 6. And then we want to figure out how many times does 3 go into 16 without going over. Well, that's 5. And then 5 times 3 gives me 15. And then 16 minus 15 leaves me with 1. So to write this as a mixed number, I keep my whole number 15. My remainder becomes my numerator, and my divisor is my denominator. So here I'm showing that 15 and 1/3 is the same thing as 46/3. All right, let's move on to another example. This time we're going to multiply 3 and 2/5 times 1 and 1/4. Let's get some more space here. I'm going to follow the same process. Going to multiply the denominator times the whole number, and then we're going to add on the numerator. So here we have 5 times 3, and we want to add on 2 to that. Well, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 leaves me with 17. So my numerator is a 17, and I keep my denominator of 5. When I go to the other mixed number, I'm going to multiply the 4 times the whole number 1, and then I'm going to add 1. Well, I have 4 times 1 plus 1. Well, 4 times 1 gives me 4, and when I add 1 more, that gives me 5. So here, that mixed number turns into 5/4 because I keep the denominator. I'm going to rewrite everything up here. So I ended up with 17/5 for the first mixed number times 5/4 for the second one. I noticed that this cross pair I can cancel by dividing by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and same thing here, 1. I multiply across my numerators and denominators. I end up with 17 times 1 to give me 17, and then 1 times 4 to give me 4. I have another improper fraction. I'm going to change this improper fraction into a mixed number by division. My denominator becomes my divisor, and my numerator, 17, becomes my dividend. I know that 4 goes into 17 4 whole times. 4 times 4 is 16. Do my subtraction. 17 minus 16 is 1. So from here, I use this, my quotient 4 becomes my whole number, my remainder 1 becomes my numerator, my divisor 4 becomes my denominator. So here I've just shown that that 17/4 becomes 4 1/4. Alright, that sums up this video by ajspeller.com, and as always, thank you for watching.